January 5th, 2024, New Year's Revolution SmackDown. This is the Wrestling Inc. podcast. Good to see you all. The first SmackDown of 2024. I'm Glenn, joined by Flobo and Iso. No last names tonight. First name basis.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Yeah.
Good to see everybody. New Year's off to a good start. We're already 1.5% of the way through 2024. Hope you're all making progress on those resolutions.
Glenn, do you do any kind of thing for New Year's? Do you believe in those superstitions? Do you resolutions? Anything crazy like that?
I mean, New Year's Eve, I try and stay up till midnight. And there were a couple of years where I barely made it to midnight on the East Coast from the West Coast.
Wow.
You know, where I was just asleep. But no, this year, we did make it to midnight this year. I felt, young and vital doing that, which was nice. But no, I do the resolution thing, but I don't always do it on the first. This year it's like, okay, we've been eating a bit much over the holidays. So come the 8th on Monday, then we're going to go back to eating a bit better.
Okay. Yeah, I like resolutions.
Yeah. What you got? You got plans this year?
Well, I'm wearing red because typically you're supposed to wear red underwear for good luck, but I'm going to show you a red shirt just to make sure it's a family show. That's always a good sign. And then the day of, I like to think about like what happened the past year and how to better myself the next year.
Yeah, it's good. Issa, what about you?
My goal for this year is to get better at my time management.
Ooh.
And to create a routine for myself, become a creature of habit. Right now, my schedule is a little all over the place because of my streams. I'm kind of working for myself. So I want to get better at managing that time and creating a routine. Nice. I'm failing miserably, by the way, because because the first week of the first week of the year, I've been going to the gym every day. But I used to do that. That's not like an improvement. But I stream Wrestle Kingdom. And that screwed up my sleeping schedule for like the last 2 days. So I was like, well, there goes the routine. I started building slowly. So we're going to hit a reset on Sunday and try again.
Yeah. Okay. Wrestle Kingdom doesn't count. That's like part of the last year's.
Yeah. I think, but I always say my New Year's resolutions, I always start them after the 11th because my birthday's on the 11th. So like, there's no point. I'm not going to get trashed. I'm not going to do all this thing I'm not supposed to be doing in the week after. So let's wait until after my birthday. Then we really start.
Oh, yeah. Are you doing dry January from 12th on?
I never do dry anything. I'm not
dry anything. Respect.
It's Puerto Rico.
I gotta ask.
You know how much humidity is in Puerto Rico?
I'm a journalist. All right, that's a tough question.
Asking the important questions.
Right.
Yeah. There you go. Well, before we get into New Year's Revolution tonight, is there any news? Anything going on?
Is there? Well, there's two big news. Let's talk about the first one here. Former NWA Women's Champion Kamille is essentially signed to the black and gold or white and gold branded NXT. WWE has been trying to show up their rosters, and nothing has been bigger but the biggest free agent, not named Mercedes Moné, in Kamille. Can you imagine that, Glenn? Kamille on Tuesday nights.
One in my head, like anyone over the age of 40, I always hear Kamille said a certain way, like a famous comedian who we don't talk about anymore for good reason. But two, though, I'm excited about this. She was NWA Women's World Champion for like 800 plus days. And I think given what we talked about Tuesday, Issa, this solves NXT's Women's Championship challenge, but it might solve it, though, on like an Asuka level where I'm bummed that it's going to lock this up.
I still want the Hunger Games of promos.
Yes. It's necessary.
Yes, 1000%. But this is exciting. It's going to be great.
She's amazing in the ring.
Yeah.
Really good.
That's a question I have, though. There's a lot of people that could be in that NXT women's top of the card. Who does she replace? You won't have her start from the bottom, would you? You probably put her in that Jade Cargill spot, right? And have her go right to the main event. So what about Roxanne Perez? What about Kiana James? Does everyone take a step back for Kamille?
I mean, her promos she's got more experience with that. That's the void in NXT right now. For the women's division, it's like there's A-level in-ring ability for NXT, but man, you get them with a mic in front of the crowd, not in a vignette. Tiffany Stratton can kill it backstage, but you get them in front of the crowd, and that crowd is just not getting behind anybody on a promo. And I think it's hurting it. I think it's hurting them a lot in the women's division.
Fair enough.
Fair enough. She probably solves that.
shout out to the Wrestling Observer Radio, Wrestling Observer newsletter for that news tidbit. But I would say if Kamille is signed, how often or how quick would you wait to debut her? After Mania, or would you think before Mania? What would you do if you were the GM?
I will have her before, probably that Royal Rumble weekend, just because they have that special on WrestleMania week. So it would be nice to see her be part of that.
Yeah. I don't know, but it definitely is going to change the game in NXT. I mean, look, NXT statistically gives the women's division the most showcase, shine opportunities of any promotion in wrestling, if you just look minute for minute out of the hour. And I hope that if they have that championship on lock, I hope that they keep telling rich stories beyond that. Because I just have a feeling when you have a dominant champion in NXT, it does get kind of predictable. Saw it with Asuka, saw it with Shayna. That's my only critique of this happening. You know? So we'll see. But I think this is exciting. I think this is good for NXT. And it's interesting, NWA, like kind of low key becoming, with Nick Aldis, like NWA is kind of becoming a feeder now.
Was it never? It was always a feeder.
Not on this level.
Let's be real. NWA was a cool thing. Look, I don't want to hate on NWA because I remember when Power came out, I was all excited. But let's be real. We were watching that and we always saw someone who was good. And people would say, oh, that person would be great at AEW. That person would be great on SmackDown. We never thought it would be its own promotion inside. It was like Impact. It was always a feeder thing.
Some people really like NWA.
Oh, no, you can like it. I'm just saying I always thought it was a feeder promotion or something else.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who next from NWA?
It's true.
Who next?
Keep Tyrus though.
They can have Nick Aldis back.
You good?
Wrestling.
Who did Kamille face that I thought had a really good look? Natalia Markova.
Markova's solid.
She's great. Mm-hmm. She's been wrestling here like every freaking weekend with WWE.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. We'll see what happens next, but it's exciting. So yes, MPT 999, the only NWA I acknowledge has Ice Cube in it. So
yourself.
Don't even acknowledge 100 Miles and Running. Just everything before that.
Right.
Keanu Robinson, $2, saying Issa's looking beautiful as always.
How come I don't get $2 for that? That's
thank you.
What about me, Keon? What about me?
You both look incredible.
Oh, thank you. Can I have $2?
What else is in the news?
I'm not sharing the $2, but I'll tell you that you look good.
Wrestling Inc. Fair. I can't get mad at that. WrestlingInc.com reports that Matt Riddle has his sights set on the Ace. New Japan Pro Wrestling, New Year's Dash, the reset button over there on the other side of that pond. Matt Riddle, remember him? Former United States champion, tag team champion. Hey, Randy says, look, I am in the building and I wanted to decide off the new NJPW president, Tanahashi. Glenn, Issa, let me ask you this. Matt Riddle, are you still on board? Would you buy a ticket to see him wrestle in 2024?
Is he wearing flip-flops that he kicks off when he enters the ring?
Yeah, bro.
He's okay.
Yeah, I mean, I was more excited about formerly known as Dolph Ziggler. That was not on my bingo card. That was like crazy. When I saw him show up, he looked great. He was cutting great promos. I love everything that Dolph Ziggler. What is his new name now? Nick Nemeth, his actual name.
Yes.
I am a big fan of everything that he did over there. So I want to see where he goes. Riddle, I mean, we'll see where it goes. I'm a very casual as it gets with New Japan. But I can see Riddle bringing some eyes onto the product.
I think it only works if you get indie Riddle. And it's the funny thing is I had the pleasure of seeing Riddle right before he was signed. Kind of the same thing. I mean, he's always gonna be Brad, but like the idea of like I'm a cage fighter.
Wait, he's always gonna be what?
Brad. But the cage fighter side of it would be kind of cool in Japan. I just don't know if people are going to buy in now.
Why does your Matt Riddle sound like Kel from Good Burger?
Well, because I can't do his accent. That'd be weird. That'd be like whiteface. Anyway, I'm just saying. I want to see him in Japan. I want to see him getting hard again like he used to do. Why not?
Yeah, I mean, we'll see. I think Riddle, it's an interesting situation. Clearly he's got some crossover appeal given his independent wrestling and MMA. So, we'll see.
Hey,
We'll see how it
Randy.
goes. But yeah, I think the stuff with Nick Nemeth is interesting. I like the zombie short film. It's good that he wasn't breaking out of prison, but he was already in handcuffs. So symbolism was rich.
Some situations will put you there, Glenn.
The zombies. Yeah, and a lot of people are reporting that Naomi, when she's done with Impact, going back to WWE. That story's been going around for a week now, so we'll see. It'd be nice if it happened at the Rumble.
Yeah, it would. That would get a nice pop.
Yeah,
she could do her spot.
Wrestling fans are so fickle. Daniel Bryan was right, because everyone was telling me Sasha and Naomi got the ball dropped at WWE, and we really need to support them. And Trinity was on Impact for 2 years now, and I felt like the fans didn't really support her the way they said they were going to.
Thursdays are tough, man. Thursdays are tough.
But that's what I'm talking about. If you love her that much, you will tune in. Mercedes hasn't wrestled in like a month, and people are like, "What's going on, Mercedes? What's Mercedes up to?"
I mean, like Enzo was in MLW, and I watched like part of one thing online. It's just tough to change your habits after a while.
Ah, man, that just sucks. I just feel like if I was a wrestler, man, I want my fans to come with me, not like, "Oh, we don't see you on Friday." Oops.
You know what it was? Let me tell you what it was that killed that for me. When Damian Sandow went to Impact,
okay,
I tuned into that episode. And it was boring as shit for the first half an hour. There was like a long promo with like EC3. I don't remember. They're probably WWE superstars now. I don't remember who cut that promo at the beginning, but I was bored out of my mind.
Wow.
And then Aaron Rex came out at the end and just gave like some word salad for 15 minutes. And I was like, maybe I'm good with just NXT and WWE. This was pre-AEW.
I'm the worst. How I am casual with Japan and Wrestle Kingdom. I tune in every Slammiversary, and I tune right back out.
I watched the NWA Empower pay-per-view. That was pretty good.
Oh yeah, that's pretty solid. Yeah, shout out to women. Yep.
Yeah, that was good. But we'll see. It's an exciting time in wrestling right now. The Rock came back Monday night to Raw. Everybody's I know Issa's hyped about it. Flobo, how are you feeling about it?
I thought it was such a master stroke because I'm pro gender. So when gender came out, you heard the collective from the crowd. That was just great. And The Rock will never be The Rock that I remember as a kid. His promos aren't as crisp. He's trying super hard to be cool. But the fact he came out there and
it was ass until he said the head of the table thing.
No, I'm not going to say it was ass. It dragged on too long. He should have did his thing.
Okay, it was booty. I mean, you can
no,
pick.
I feel like
it was a fun.
Why is booty a bad
there
thing?
was one cheek. It started off hot. It was like a one booty cheek, and then head of the table.
Right. Okay. I'll take one cheek. One cheek. It was not what we're used to. And yeah, no, I agree with you on that. It was not what we're used to. And the man was out of breath after one freaking move, and people think he's gonna have a match. But anyway.
He needs to cut to the chase, but it was fine for what it was. It was a cool swerve if you were a gender fan.
I thought he was gonna announce that he's freaking running for president.
Yeah.
With the whole America thing that we're doing there. I was like, what is going on?
On Monday Night Raw. Listen, America.
I thought so. I was like, this is the weirdest.
We live in a society where that would actually happen.
You know, beat up an immigrant and say I'm gonna run for president? Are you kidding me? What?
So what Issa's saying is she was more hyped for Jinder Mahal than she was for The Rock.
It was
fun. I liked either one of them. Yeah. I was hyped for Jinder Mahal's entrance music. That music slaps. I don't care what anybody says. Also, that Punjabi celebration will forever live rent-free on my head. That segment was lit.
It was a good one.
Yeah. Roman Reigns was there tonight on SmackDown.
Yeah, he was.
And he was asked to respond to The Rock. And
are you not going to mention how he's been in every show of this year?
Glenn,
please, can you start with that? Our working champion has shown up to every single episode of SmackDown in the year 2024.
These are facts. Facts.
So you didn't get much more. You got a smirk when asked about how he feels about The Rock being back.
It wasn't a smirk. He laughed because he's got jokes. Anyways.
Clearly, well, we'll talk about Roman's insecurity later at night when we get to the main event.
Talk about your insecurities.
I mean, how long do you got? This podcast is only supposed to be an hour, you see.
Talk about your insecurities.
Man, I could do that. Yeah, it'd be good. Good times. So New Year's Revolution, that's we opened. We opened with the Roman tease. Roman was there. But then we went right into the US title tournament finals between Kevin Owens and Santos Escobar. With Logan Paul on commentary and the LWO jumping Angel Garza and Humberto Carrillo.
Los Lobos Locos.
Yes.
Yeah. My uncles. I'm a fan of these guys. I like them. Why not?
The werewolves. The crazy wolves.
Yeah.
Yes. And the yet still Lotharios.
Lotharios. Actually, I don't know what happens after dark, but I don't think they present as Lotharios anymore.
Or maybe they're only Lotharios during a full moon.
I believe that, yeah.
In some cultures that makes it acceptable.
Mm-hmm.
So Kevin Owens, Santos Escobar, Logan Paul on commentary. Look, we know Kevin Owens was going to win, but this was a fun match.
It was clear since the beginning, but you can't take away from this match. This match was a certified banger. Both of these guys showed up. I love the in-ring psychology. There was a lot of Kevin Owens selling that broken hand, which I appreciated that because I almost forgot that he's supposed to have a broken hand, and he kept reminding me throughout the match. There was a reversal of a power bomb into a freaking Hurricane thing. I don't know what it's called, but oh my God, that had me shook. Santos Escobar is so freaking talented, and I'm glad that he had an incredible dance partner tonight. And I was here for this entire match. I'm excited about what happened on the outside because they ended up booking a match between LWO and Los Lobos Locos next week. And after what we saw from Joaquin,
I didn't catch that. I did, but okay.
On Tuesday, I'm excited to see if they're gonna let him show off the exact same way they let him show it off on NXT. They need to let this guy show off next week on SmackDown so more people can see how talented they are. But yeah, I felt this was predictable, but it didn't matter. Like, I enjoyed the crap out of this match. And Logan Paul commentary was low-key hilarious.
He wasn't as good tonight as he was in that promo.
This guy's lame.
Because I think he had the low-hanging fruit of doing the whole Canada versus America promo that we have heard way too many times. We heard it done way better than what we heard tonight. So I was like, don't pick that.
Yes, a Canadian.
Like, yeah, and then he told Kevin Owens, "Look at you, sweating and out of breath." It was an almost 30 minutes match, bro. Like, what do you expect?
And said, "You, a Canadian, can't be U.S. champion." That Canadian was U.S. champion.
Yeah, he was a face of America. Remember that? He got a haircut and everything.
He thought Logan watched the product, but apparently not.
So, yeah.
Oh, no,
yeah, know your history.
He didn't know what a wash hand was. Never forget.
This was a hot opening, good match. Logan eating up the heat from the crowd. Like, I'd be down if KO wins, but I wouldn't mind if Logan retains somehow at the Rumble.
I did pop a little bit when he said that he's been champion for 62 days and nobody has beaten him for it. And I'm like, bro, you haven't defended it. It was a good way to get some heat.
Yeah. It's not the 24/7 championship.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. They didn't bring that back. But let's talk about one of the big surprises. So that was a hot match, good opener, solid. I think KO, Logan, man. Yeah, he's got to have Logan on his podcast. Or Logan's got to have KO on his podcast. Like, that's got to happen. And they could do that thing. What was it when Jericho had MJF on? They kind of forced it at the end like it was a confrontation after they were all buddy-buddy for 90 minutes. Then they made it seem like MJF offended him. Like, we need something. I need to see these guys just go at each other for an hour. On the
podcast?
Yeah, on a podcast. That'd be awesome.
I don't know.
The match would be great.
Right.
But I'm in this for the build, for the promo. I know the match is a given, but the fun of this is going to be the build of this match.
I like it.
Yeah, it'll be good. Then, okay. Lashley and the Street Profits came out. But before that, we had backstage Austin Theory and Grayson Waller approaching Logan Paul. It's like Entourage. And then out of nowhere, a wild Cameron Grimes appeared.
Yeah. What? Who asked for this? I'm going to show up and laugh. Hee-haw! Why? What were you doing?
I don't know.
Who asked you to show up?
This was so weird that this happened.
Yeah, like Nelson from The Simpsons, poor guy.
Yeah. poor Cameron Grimes, or Grimy as he likes to be called. But I don't know. I think Austin and Grayson with Logan Paul is going to be fun.
Sure.
If they keep that going.
Yeah.
You're like a douchier version of Entourage.
Please change the name though. A-Town Down Under. It's still lame.
Yeah, we'll see. Issa, what do you want for Cameron Grimes in this new year? What are your hopes and dreams?
For Cameron Grimes?
Yeah.
I wish they would stop trying to make him a thing.
Ooh.
Your hopes and dreams is he finds something new to do.
Wow.
A new gimmick, a whole new everything.
To the moon.
That was so over though.
It was.
Was it?
I just that whole LA Knight Cameron Grimes thing's one of my favorite pandemic storylines.
I did like that. All right, you got me. I did like that feud. But it just you can't compare. And I get it, right? But you can't compare being over in front of the Performance Center crowd or in front of the NXT audience.
True.
And
True.
that's not going to translate because we were just talking about that with Carmelo. There's no denying how over Carmelo is him. But bringing him to SmackDown, they still felt that need to put that video package together and present him because they knew people might not know who he is. So, yeah, as over as it was in NXT, it's not working here. And this guy is talented. Like, I know I joke a lot, but this guy is talented. And I just wish they would just do something because right now, I couldn't explain him to anybody and try to convince them to watch SmackDown because Cameron Grimes to the moon is there. Like, you got to do something.
Yeah. And, Bitcoin had a bit of a comeback. I think it's down again, but it had a little bit of a comeback. So Grimes could be, his stock could be rising, literally. Braxton Hughes saying tonight was like, let's make sure we utilize everyone we got kind of night. Yeah, I kind of like
a lot of people got utilized, right? It was fun.
Yeah.
I thought tonight's SmackDown was solid, honestly.
Well, what'd you think of Bobby and the Street Profits promo tonight?
Disregard what I just said.
Got him. Ugh, what was rough.
Yeah,
I thought there were guys were heels. What the hell's going on?
I have never known their purpose. They had that incredible introduction where Bobby pulled them into the limo. Like I was like, oh my God, they're gonna take over, right? Like after that, I don't understand the purpose of them coming together outside of going suit shopping together. I feel like I'm watching an episode of Love is Blind. I don't know if you guys watch Love is Blind, but right before the wedding, they take the guys into the tuck shop and they all just buy clothes together. After that, it just hasn't gone anywhere. But it appears to be going somewhere. And I got to tell you something. I'm interested.
I am
maybe
not. I'm the opposite of interested. I am repulsed. What?
Maybe
they're going to open a Men's Warehouse franchise.
Please, no. Those clothes are not Men's Warehouse.
I mean, yeah. They're kind of cool looking.
No, it won't. Flobo, stop.
I'm yes and Glenn. Leave me alone.
Yeah. I'm Bobby Lashley, and you're going to like the way you look. I guarantee it.
Can we talk about what the hell's going on? Like last year, Bobby Lashley didn't get to go to WrestleMania. We understand why now. Rest in peace to Bray Wyatt. But now he's also lost in the shuffle with CM Punk and Cody Rhodes. He's with the team. We don't know if they're faces or heels. Now we get lame-ass Karrion Kross hanging with Paul Ellering and AOP attack team we haven't asked for. And now they're attacking Bobby Lashley, the Street Profits. What? Anyone see how ridiculous this is?
Okay, well, Karrion Kross came out. His hair is even longer now. Issa, what profession does it look like? What's his day job? What's his day job with that haircut?
You know what? He lost his job, and his insurance selling job. He lost it, so he's going through it a little bit, and he's letting go. So that's why the hair is getting longer.
Just sits at home drinking Lowenbrow and
remembering the day television. Of the low point. Remember? Yeah.
Okay, but then Paul Ellering came out and he looks like he's going to hypnotize you to convince you to quit smoking.
Yes. I was like, I wish that's the way somebody would look at you when they say on site right before they punch you in the face.
Yeah, Paul Ellering looks intense.
He was the most intimidating out of everybody in this segment. How?
Yeah.
How, Sway? How?
How, Sway?
We talk about because I gotta point it out. I felt Karrion Kross trying to hit that finisher or whatever on Bobby Lashley. It was so sloppy. It didn't look good on camera. Bobby's a big guy. He wasn't hitting right. Like, that pained me because I know they were trying to make an impact or maybe reset him. That wasn't it. I liked everything. I did. I know you didn't, Flobo, but I want to see where it goes. I want to see if we
Okay.
can manage to turn things around. But the finisher on Bobby, it was sloppy.
Yeah.
I don't know what Karrion Kross is. I'm not sure why he's always a thing. And two, Street Profits and Lashley were heels a month ago. Now we're supposed to feel sorry for them?
Well,
Flobo, he
yeah.
is emo, badass ass kicker
Oh.
that can read tarot cards and has a hot wife. Yeah, that's
Scarlett looked great.
Yeah,
Yeah,
all I heard
her
is hot wife.
She was
which is
dark.
cool.
Her hair's dark.
And the Authors of Pain.
They're
Who asked
back.
for these guys? Who asked for these guys, though?
You did, Flobo.
Yeah, 2020. Yeah, 3 years ago. 4 years ago now. Who asked for now? I wonder what Akam and Razor's doing. I've never said this. What? Come on. Come on, SmackDown. Killing me.
When you put it that way, I scream wrestling every freaking day. You're absolutely right. I never said those words.
Yeah. Who's a more random release from WWE they could have brought back instead?
Oof.
No way, Jose. Bring him back.
Oh man, come on.
I like No Way Jose. He was
Because women
over.
were lit. Oh
I
my
like
god, when
it.
he came out, it was a party.
Yeah, I want
like
No Way Jose back. Get him back.
Right.
What? I wonder what he's been up to.
See? You said that. I've never said with all this I paid up to.
What do you think No Way Jose is doing right now?
Probably partying.
There you go.
No, wait, Jose.
No.
Never
wait.
forget.
Oh, yeah. That was good times.
I mean, Mojo's living his best life, working for
Sure.
TMZ Sports. A lot of people have gone on to some cool things post-release. You know, they keep him busy.
Fun dunk on the chat. Love it.
Yeah.
Fandango was so crazy over.
I love
So
Fandango.
crazy over. After that WrestleMania 29, getting in the ring and everybody doing the Fandango dance, it was just, you remember that crap. Like,
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
He's making a good living flipping houses
and wrestling.
and wrestling.
And
Yeah.
wrestling, yeah.
Now, not separated from Tyrus, what do you think the Funkasaurus is up to right now?
What the hell,
On
Glenn?
the road.
One of the best entrance songs ever.
It's a Cat's entrance song.
Yeah, that song is amazing. Okay, so Authors of Pain are back.
Yeah.
New faction. What are they gonna call this faction? Any good names?
Yeah, the Killers of Pain.
So Tylenol.
That's the group finisher.
What? Okay, sure. Okay, I'm in.
I'm gonna get you in the ibuprofen.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
The altars of board.
Yeah.
The altars of board, yeah.
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 It was so funny though, because when the segment first happened, whether you're excited or not about Altars of Pain, as soon as I saw Karrion Kross pop up, I was like, oh god, no. So at least it was a little bit of a turn
Sure.
here
I'll
from
give
what
you
we
that.
usually get.
I'm in. I gave you that, but gosh, I have so many questions.
Trying to be positive. It's a new year, Flobo.
Yeah, cross my fingers.
Okay, what's the worst name they could give this faction?
I don't know.
Yeah, Tylenol's pretty bad. Yeah.
Okay, we'll see. We'll see what happens. Oh, Killer Demon said authors of Time. Yeah. It could be pretty bad. This could go a lot of bad ways. But
They've
look,
been writing this for 4 years.
yes. Their book's almost finished. Just one more revision. So people online were popping for this. I saw like universally, it seemed the online reaction to this was really good. So we'll see.
I'm so glad I don't get on social media when I'm watching the shows anymore.
That's
Well, you're
actually
doing live
smart.
reactions.
I should probably do that too.
If the show's ever dull, that's what keeps me going. Okay, so after when they beat up everybody, this was a pleasant surprise. Mia Yim got a title match against Io Sky.
It was a pleasant surprise because why?
Yeah, and it wasn't a squash. I'm actually thinking Mia Yim's about to get a little bit of a push.
A push where? She just fought the champ and lost.
Yeah, I know, but she got a lot of she got offense into this. This was not. If you told me a month ago, Michi and Mia Yim is going to have a championship match against Io Sky, I was just like, oh, poor Mia Yim. They're giving her this like 2-minute squash. This went for like 10 minutes.
It was a good match.
It was a good match.
A banger. Yeah.
And Miriam's a really good wrestler. So I think
he is, but you haven't built her to this point, and I want to be more excited for her to get this opportunity. But when you watch it, you're like, why is this match happening? And that's not how I should feel towards her.
I think you're both right here. Because like on one hand, it was like, yeah, she's being fed to Io Sky. She's not going to win. But I will say she came out to her own music, even though the OC guys were in the back. So maybe there's a push happening.
Yeah.
I mean, they split them after the whole AJ thing, right?
Yeah, because AJ went separate, but the OC, because Kevin Patrick said, and shout out to Michael Cole taking Fridays off now, but Kevin Patrick says it's the OC's there. So I don't know if they're the OC still, but it was cool that the Mia Yim came out with her own intro and whatnot.
Yeah, and maybe now with Zelina Vega, it's going to be a little more. It's not going to be so much of a thrown together tag team. I mean, Zelina and Mia are both super talented. Zelina, I'm bummed still last year how they really dropped the ball with her in the second half of the year after her amazing match in Puerto Rico. Like, I don't know.
She had nowhere to go. Like, I don't think, yes, it was a drop in the ball, but it was nowhere for her to go. Because you had Rhea Ripley there on one side, and you have to build Io because she's been too good just to be a third fiddle. So someone has to lose. And you can't be Natalia every week. So
that's one thing I like about NXT, though. They realize how to make these women feel like fully formed characters with a lot of value in the company outside of championship matches.
True.
Yeah. Speaking of which, I wonder how Tiffany Stratton.
If they try hard enough, they would do it because they're doing it on Raw with this Nia Jackson Becky Lynch storyline where they had a really good feud and a good match with a shocking ending. Didn't have anything to do with the title.
Yeah. How do you think? When do you think Tiffany Stratton's doing her day at the farm?
Oh my God, I can't wait to see this. It's gonna be
when did Fallon get a farm? She owned a bar. What happened? How did she get a farm?
It's the farm where she grew up, Flobo.
Oh, come on. That is backstory that was never established.
We're about to establish it. I mean, she always looked a little French girl from me, so I believe
dad owns a car dealership. I think she's been near a farm. I'd say
her dad doesn't own a car dealership. Kiana James' dad owns a car dealership.
Fair.
Okay. So, Io still champion.
Great match though, and great showing. I just wish they would have built her up to that title match. Somebody said in the chat she pinned Io 2 weeks ago, but it wasn't never like. Then she should have challenged her right then and there at some point. And but the match kind of felt while it felt
when a tag match
together. Yeah, what it felt thrown together. It was a great surprise, and I thought it was a great match. Good showing for her.
So Paul Heyman was asked to address The Rock backstage.
This was incredible. We had not gotten a Paul Heyman promo like this in a while.
It had been a while. So, I mean, this is happening now with The Rock. This wasn't just some road to nowhere tease. Like, they're doing this.
I hope so. I mean.
But when, though? We're talking WrestleMania.
Gotta be Mania.
But, I mean, he also has a bunch of suitors, too, trying to take him down. Roman Reigns. You got the boy Cody, and you have the Punk stuff, and then you have LA Knight and AJ Styles, Randy Orton in the mix. Like how's that going to work?
All those guys have more availability than The Rock does.
I'm just saying. Look, let me ask you this: if you're Roman Reigns or head the table, The Rock isn't that big of a threat. He's 50 years old and huffing and puffing, right?
Okay, look.
Correct.
So what the hell? Why would it be Mania?
I've been doing this podcast.
Look at the reaction. Yeah. He laughed about The Rock, and he came out at the end to try to end this situation. So he's obviously more threatened by these three guys than he is. By
See? Why would you even?
Go ahead, Glenn. Go ahead.
I'm just saying, if they can get The Rock, they're doing it with The Rock and Mania.
Yeah, 1,000%. I think that's one of the last dream matches that you can do. It just feels like we're gonna get it, and it's gonna be great. It's gonna be a WrestleMania. Sorry, but it just feels like 2 years too late.
But it's WrestleMania 40.
I get it, and it's WrestleMania, and I expect WrestleMania to throw these kind of matches at you. Like, I'm not disappointed, but you would have done this like in 2021, 2022, but now,
yeah,
I don't know. He was out of breath from one fucking. I'm sorry. He was out of breath from one move.
Hey, he's a lot to put away, Jinder Mahal. All right.
Yeah,
that is a lot of work.
Listen, Roman at WrestleMania, that assures me that my tribal chief will continue on as champion. So I accept this fate for Roman.
When does Cody finish the story?
Everybody's talking about this, but Cody.
Do the authors of Pain help Cody finish the story?
No.
What? How? Oh no! Stop! It took me a second.
No. Glenn just turned heel. Now I hate Glenn. He just turned heel.
I can't breathe.
So dumb.
It was good. It was good.
Okay. So Paul Heyman's promo was really good.
It was great. And he mentioned everybody, which
Everybody.
I like. Because I feel like the obvious is obvious what's going to happen, but I love that he brought everybody in. So that way you're like, ooh, but who's it going to be? It doesn't matter. The Tribal Chief's going to smash them all.
Yeah. Smashing everyone in 2024. Get in
It's going to be
line.
beautiful. I can't wait to glow for another year. Glenn's going to love it.
I've learned to accept a lot. Pretty Deadly versus Butch and Tyler Bate. Tyler Bate, I guess he's on the main roster now.
We cannot have both of these sets of legs on the same show. You do not do that. You cannot have Randy Orton and Tyler Bate on the same show.
I think they did, honey.
It is an injustice. Like SmackDown does not miss leg day, baby.
More legs, please. That's I felt bad for Tyler Bate, man. You had Carmelo with the little promo. Tyler didn't even get that. He just came out like, "Hey, I'm Tyler Bate." The crowd was like,
SmackDown before.
I just feel the crowd didn't really. I didn't care, but I feel like they were kind of expecting something bigger, and I kind of put
They
in
were
a bad
too
position.
mesmerized by Pretty Deadly's incredible entrance.
Fair. It is majestic.
It's an amazing entrance. The disco ball and everything is incredible.
Facts.
Good match though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but
Tyler Bate didn't win.
I just like Pretty Deadly too much. It made me sad to see them lose. But Tyler Bate looked so freaking happy at the end.
Oh yeah.
I mean, Butch continues to be Butch. A lot of people thought maybe he'll go back to Pete Dunne being reunited with Tyler Bate. I just have a quick question. Why was Tyler Bate waving like this at the end instead of like this? Do they wave differently where he's from? He's doing this. Like, I need to understand. Oh,
I don't know.
No, I don't know. I'm just made that up. That's not.
Maybe he's trying to make a new wave happen. Like, I don't go back and watch. He was waving weird at the crowd.
I have to go check that out. Yeah,
It bothered me enough to bring it up.
Yeah,
apparently
like, that's going in my notes. What the hell is Tyler doing? Yeah. I miss British strong style.
Issues into this show.
We have to. We're journalists. That's what we do. You know what I'm saying? I miss British strong style. I hope that Pete Dunne or Butch becomes a different chapter. I'm not sure the Brawling Brutes needs to exist because Sheamus is still on the fence and Ridge is going on an apology tour. So
I'm not sure the Brawling Brutes need to exist.
I don't know anymore because Ridge is like, oh man, I'm just really unlucky, mate. I was really unlucky. I'm like,
oh my god, that Tuesday, that was so
tiny violin, buddy. Tiny violin.
Oh yeah, Killer Demon saying it was a Sean Spears reference. Maybe Ty Dillinger's coming back. The perfect 10.
I hope so. I miss Greg Hamilton and how you announced him too. It was good times.
Yeah, that was always a fun.
The pop that he got at that 2017 Royal Rumble when he came out at number 10 on match. That was good.
Yeah,
oh, yeah. He is the perfect 10.
So then backstage we had Bayley and Damage Control. Bayley and Bianca got into it. They're having a match next week ahead of the Rumble.
Oh, come on. See, look, I like this, sure, but how many times is Bianca going to beat Bayley on Friday night? I'm tired of seeing that. The past 3 months, I think Bayley has lost to Bianca like 6 times. Why?
Yes, she has. Bianca looked amazing, so that fit was one of my favorites.
I'm not mad. Just fine.
Don't forget to watch their show. It's coming out, February 2nd? Hulu? It's going to be great.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Wait, what's going on?
Bianca Montez show on Hulu.
Oh, on Hulu.
Mm-hmm.
Not on Peacock.
Hulu.
Crazy. Have to check that out.
He's not watching it. I don't believe a word.
He'll watch it.
I have Hulu. I have the Hulu.
If not, I'll give you mine, Glenn. I'll give you mine.
So it's not a WWE production? No, Ricky's saying it is on Peacock.
Oh, it's on
Hulu.
I don't know. It's all confusing. Life's
Anyway.
confusing.
Bayley
Amazon Prime Video's adding advertising.
I know I'm right, Ricky. I'm always right.
I don't know. It's on Hulu. Okay, I get it. It's on Hulu.
I know.
I heard
I've
some
been
Hulu,
saying
man.
that.
So is Level Up, which I'm gonna watch after this.
I feel like people don't trust me because I drink. You shouldn't trust me when I'm sober, but when
I
I
need
have
to
been
start
drinking,
watching
I'm
Level Up.
typically pretty right. No, you don't.
It's pretty fun. It's a cool vibe. 11 o'clock at night, just seeing the Rickies wrestle. You're like, okay, whatever, Luca Crucifino. Win your match, bro.
You love that guy. You bring him up every
He's
week.
so
Like,
funny.
he's that guy.
What lawyer is like, I want to take these sleeves off my shirt and wrestle for a living? Like, what the fuck? You have a job. Tickles me. I'm sorry.
No, because he's much like Daredevil. He can't settle things and get justice in the courtroom, so he has to take it to the streets.
Listen, you have people attacking the judges now, so you gotta be ready for
Oh, that
it.
just happened in Vegas the other day. Yeah.
Right.
That's your
Okay.
city. What's up, Glenn?
I'm north, not North Vegas, but north of the Strip. Okay, so the show is called Love and WWE, Bianca and Montez, and it's coming to Hulu starting February
Yes.
2nd.
That's what I said. I said all of that.
I
I didn't even have to look it up, bro.
Oh yeah, MDB.
Bro, we'll take that.
David Otunga did it first.
Yep. Dawson Alexander.
So
It can't be the verdict because that used to be Brock used to call the F5 that when he wrestled in Japan.
When
F5.
Dawson Alexander was doing the lawyer gimmick, his finisher was also called the verdict.
Yeah.
That was
Well, Vince wouldn't let Brock use the name F5. It was a shady reason why he changed the name. It was funny.
interesting.
what was the reason?
Because they weren't a lawsuit, so he named it the verdict because he knew he was going to come off victorious.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay. There you go.
Read it on his book. His book is so freaking interesting. It's called Death Clutch, and it was written during the time that he was actually beefing with WWE. So the tea is hot, baby.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Check
it's
it out.
really good.
Ashanti the Adonis was talking to Nick Aldis.
I did not. I have no idea who this man was.
Oh, come on. Damn. Sheesh. You're like, oh, that's Alpha's a pain. Who?
1/3 of Hit Row. Ashanti the Adonis.
Right. Where's B-Fab? Is she with Bobby Lashley still?
She was backstage like a month ago.
Okay.
I don't know, but there's some videos of her training at the dungeon with Natty, and she looked incredible in this.
Yeah,
clip.
she's
So
great.
did Jay Cargill. Like she's building a little army in her dungeon over there. It's good to see. It was the presentation. Like he looked different. The hat, like he was so dressed down that it took me a second to realize. Okay, more than a second until they put the name card thing up. Okay,
Who's this man?
I said that.
Okay, well, Nick Aldis says he has something for him next week. We don't know what.
Well, Nick Aldis is. I need to have some words with him. I'm gonna block him on Twitter right now for no reason. Hold on.
Oh, wow. We're blocking Nick Aldis. What does he do? He didn't do anything wrong. Let him live.
You know, you and I both know what he did.
What did he do? Oh, I know what he did. But still, for the better of the show.
Nick Aldis blocked.
Wow. Well, I think Nick Aldis is doing a fantabulous job.
It's doing
You
great.
would.
Okay,
I would, yeah.
so Ashanti's getting something next week.
Yeah, great. What do you think he's getting? Cameron Grimes?
Oh,
I'm sorry, Cameron. I'm sorry for laughing at that, but that's funny.
Cameron Grimes is facing against what? Grayson Waller next week.
I know, I just
so
see that
he's
part.
getting Austin Theory probably.
Oh, crap. and then Grayson and Theory both lose because.
So, yes, Ricky says, Issa, call Mickey James. Tell her to talk to her man.
I love
Okay.
Mickey James for the record.
Mickey
James
is great.
does nothing wrong in my eyes.
Oh, country.
Okay. So, the main event, the number one contenders match of who's going to face Roman Reigns at the Royal Rumble. AJ
Who's
Styles.
going to get smashed by Roman Reigns? Please, Glenn.
AJ Styles versus Randy Orton versus LA Knight. To you first, Flobo. What did you think of this match?
It was started pretty well, pretty solid. I liked it, but then there's two things I realized. And one, I really feel like the ages of the competitors are starting to catch up with them towards the end. And two, it was like a cascade of questions. Like, wait, why that happened? Why is he bleeding? Who was that guy? Why has the match changed? I had no idea. Everything came off pretty fast. I'm glad with it, but with no resolution, I feel like I got cheated at the end of it, you know?
Great RKO.
Yeah.
Amazing RKO. Shout out to the table. Never broke character. I love this match. Are you waiting for my take?
Oh, sorry, I was just looking. Somebody tweeted Triple H was backstage with Chad Kroger of Nickelback tonight. Chad's had some work done.
Oh.
I mean, I think he's had some work done. He looks better now than he did 20 years ago. Anyhow,
look at his photograph.
This main event.
No, he doesn't want you to look at it if he looks better now.
Yeah. Don't look at his photograph.
Anyhow, really good main event. A lot of good spots. The logic though, why did
you didn't talk about AJ Styles' hair?
AJ Styles' hair look good? Not as good as normal.
Looked great.
It didn't have the volume it
really
normally
good.
has.
No, it was more volume. You didn't talk about
me.
Randy Orton's leg when he did the pose. First of all, okay. So like they put up the neck, like they were gonna go to commercial before he hit the pose. That would have been like a robbery. Like I would have called the police. If they went to commercial before Randy Orton hit the pose, we should have all collectively as a community called the police.
Issa, okay. For the lonely hearts that are home on the Friday night tonight that are watching wrestling, give your incredibly tasteful but erotic description.
What are you? Don't do this, Glenn. Glenn, don't do this.
Starting with AJ and his hair.
We're getting thighs and abs.
No. I'm gonna keep it PG. Okay,
Tasteful.
AJ Styles' hair was extremely full of volume, and there was no flyaways whatsoever. I don't know if you noticed that, but there was not a single one. It was perfection. It was absolutely incredible. It was so good. LA Knight started bleeding for no reason. Like LA Knight saw that hair coming at him, and he just started bleeding.
Can we talk about? Did he fall down? Like, did he eat ketchup? What happened?
I don't know what happened. I have no idea. And
the commentary didn't even want to mention it. They're kind of like, yeah, anyway, so Sikoa's out here. I'm like, what?
Somebody on my chat said that AJ cracked him with a knee, but when I saw the replay, that knee landed nowhere near his head.
He got color for no reason. And the commentary didn't ask for that because no one mentioned that at all. It was just weird.
It was okay. I'm glad I wasn't. I was like, where did this come from? Like, I couldn't understand what spot made him bleed like that.
Bringing up a pin.
But it was the hair. AJ Styles' hair is so like amazing that as soon as he saw it coming at him from the air, he just like.
So it's like stigmata just out of his forehead.
That could be like a scary movie.
That would be so unsettling.
Hair with like magical powers, but instead of like magic powers, like evil powers. You know.
That'd be a horror movie.
Anyways, Randy Orton's leg also look incredible. I would like to point out that I did my best at trying to look away from Randy because Roman was on the show tonight, so I'm not trying. You know what I mean? Like my loyalty is always with Roman, but I did look at Randy. He looked great. I like to call him Daddy Orton.
I mean, that's pretty tasteful.
He's for the grown and sexy.
That's pretty tasteful, yeah.
Thank you. And then Roman came out. Oh my goodness, he was walking with a purpose. The hair was down, it was wet. He's wearing that new merch. Buy it on WWEshop.com. Support your tribal.
Don't show for the man.
He's got those Jordans. Like you knew he was ready to just mess everything up. He's got Solo got the thumb. Somebody was gonna get thumb. Maybe all three of them were getting thumb. Glenn,
that's that. I keep forgetting to say it like that.
Man, a dry thumb sure sounds rough.
The Bloodline comes in, handles their business, and then Nick Aldis. I didn't even realize the man was hired. I thought he was just showing up at the shows just to like try to get a job. But apparently he works there and he decides to make a fatal four-way. Now, real talk here. I'm watching this match. I think it's a banger outside of the table not breaking in the blood. Imagine adding the GOAT to it. I'm here for the fatal four-way.
Okay. But his chances of winning drastically go down.
I'm sorry. We have Solo. We have Jimmy. We have about 10,000 other cousins. I don't know what you're talking about. Roman's going to be okay.
Well, if Roman is distracted and AJ Styles pins Randy Orton, AJ Styles will be champion. I mean,
Roman would not be distracted.
What if Roman's distracted by Randy Orton's thighs?
What is bleeding?
Okay, that's what actually. Oh, damn. I might have to have a conversation with him and warn him about AJ Styles' hair could make him bleed.
See?
No, not the face. AJ, please control that hair. That face is the money maker. Do not let that face.
Just tell Roman, just look at LA Knight the whole time and you'll be okay. It's like Medusa. Just don't stare, you know?
Don't stare at Randy's thighs. Don't stare at AJ's hair. Got it. I will make sure the tribal chiefs are aware of this information.
Yeah, use LA Knight's sunglasses, the reflection, much like Perseus did his shield in Clash of the Titans.
Deep cut, but I don't know Greek mythology.
Look, I thought some things didn't make sense, but I'm excited for the Fatal 4-Way because I thought everybody in this match was over. And at some points, the crowd didn't even know who to cheer for anymore because they wanted any of them to win. So why not give them all the chance? Except for LA Knight, because they already had one. Okay,
so I know how much you love LA Knight, but you have Randy Orton winning this match going into it. That was your prediction to win, do you think?
I personally thought, because I don't know if Roman is doing Chamber or not, I thought AJ and then save Randy for Chamber because Chamber is going to be in a stadium and they're talking about it being such a big deal of a show. I was like, wow, Randy and Roman hasn't happened in years. So before all the spoilers and everything started happening, I said I would actually do AJ at the Rumble and save Randy for Elimination Chamber. And that way you feel like you're getting a really big marquee Roman match at Elimination Chamber. But yeah, that's the way that I had it. Regardless, though, Flobo, I had LA Knight taking the pin.
Yeah, I knew that. So, I mean, he's already bleeding, right?
Because I would personally like to see both AJ and Randy get a one-on-one match with Roman at some point.
Sure. I'm sure. They have their own stories to finish.
Right.
Yeah.
Everybody has a story to finish. The authors of pain are here to assist.
The authors of pain are here to ghostwrite your story.
I refuse.
Ghostwrite your story?
Yeah.
I refuse.
Oh my God, this show is too good.
That's the new faction's name, the Ghostwriters.
I love that. Oh my God, stop.
And Carrie Cross is like, Ghost Riders, that's pretty cool. No carrying, Ghost Writers.
Right.
The proofreaders.
The proofreaders of destruction are here. You inappropriately used a semicolon.
Hey, come get him.
Brace yourself for the copy edit. Okay. Anyhow, that was SmackDown tonight. Fun show.
It was great.
It's good.
By the way, kind of like the fact that WWE is using like the branded names this week. That's kind of cool. Revolution, Day One, pretty solid.
And every show, not only did it feel important because it had a name attached to it, every show was good. I'm sorry, Raw was good, NXT was good, SmackDown was good. They delivered.
It's a fun week. We'll see what happens.
Didn't deliver. Anyways,
we didn't deliver.
No, nobody.
My face is bleeding randomly. LA, what are you doing? LA.
I gotta go back and watch. Like, I need to know why he started bleeding.
To me, look, he broke up a pin and that busted him open. I don't know what happened. It's just random.
It makes sense.
No, it doesn't.
No, it doesn't.
Okay, so there you have it. That was SmackDown. Monday, tune in for Raw. Issa and I'll be back Tuesday. The three of us Friday.
Hell yeah.
Wednesday's Dynamite. Issa, you watched a movie I recommended.
Yeah, I'm a little mad that I didn't watch it before because you've been telling me to watch it for months. And then, as you know, I'm an avid Dead Meat watcher here on YouTube. And I found out they were going to do the kill count for it. And I was like, well, I can't watch the kill count without watching the movie. So I watched The Orphan's first kill. And the twist was crazy. I was not expecting that. Too good.
Yeah. Great prequel to the original Orphan. One of my favorite.
Terrible job with the aging, though. Like, you can tell the actors is so much
have you seen Orphan, Flobo?
No, I haven't. Is it cool?
Okay, so the first Orphan is amazing. Now the second Orphan, Orphan is about like a 10-year-old child, originally played by Esther Furman, who's also in the Hunger Games and that movie, The Novice, about a rower that inspired me to buy a rowing machine. Then he could start using
Deep
again.
Cut. Okay.
But so Esther Furman's now like in her 20s, and they said, "Yo, we're making an Orphan prequel." She said, "I'm coming back to play the Orphan."
Oh wow.
I
Yeah.
mean, it was very good for given the fact, like the new Saw X, for example, is supposed to happen between Saw 1 and Saw 2. And the de-aging, like
Yeah.
it was bad, but it didn't take away from the movie. Like I wasn't sitting
Yeah.
there watching like this didn't happen at that time. Like it
Yeah.
didn't bother me. It didn't bother me here either. But I will say it was excellent. You were absolutely
Yeah.
right. And it's funny because I enjoyed the first one. So as I was texting you today, I was like, I actually don't know why I waited so long to watch it. Because
Yeah.
I was a fan of the first one.
So pardon me, Isabel Furman, she plays Esther. So get this, Flobo. Here's what makes this notable. She was like 11 or 12 in the first Orphan. Then she came back for the prequel at 24 years old. And
Yeah.
using camera tricks and like walking on her knees, she plays the same character.
Oh my
It's
gosh,
amazing.
that's kind of cool, actually.
Yeah, but they did the effects in a way where it wasn't like CGI. Like they just did like
It's all
I like that
practical.
they even though you can see it, it's practical because I hate when they go over the top, especially in horror. I prefer the more settled,
But they had actual children doubles. So like the
Yeah.
behind the shoulder shots are all an actual kid, but the close-ups are always.
I don't know if you watched me because when they do the kill count,
Yeah.
they also go over how they made the movies. But Julia Stiles was talking about they had her wear platforms like this big platform boots.
Oh, so the
in some
adults all look
scenes
taller?
who actually look taller than her.
Oh,
It's
that's smart,
hilarious.
that's smart.
Yeah, but both of the
Yeah.
movies have insane twists. So we won't spoil for you. But if you like a good horror movie about an evil child, Orphan is the film for you.
Yeah. And
Sign me up.
in the prequel, the twist happens earlier, so you get to to see a lot more of the fallout, which I like.
Yeah, it was good. Good movies. But yeah, Isabel Furman's amazing. In the
I had
Hunger
to text
Games.
Glenn.
she
I was like,
terrifying.
it's not the first time because we ended up doing a podcast about Yellow Jackets. That's how much I liked it. But it's not the first time that Glenn recommends something. I go, yeah, Glenn. And then I had to text him and take it all back and be like, all right, it was good.
Okay, so the question is, because I've been saying this for years, when are you watching Evil on Paramount Plus?
Isn't Jack
You
in
know
that?
All right. I'm not gonna commit to it right now, but after I will let you know. But I will watch it
Okay.
before January ends. Well, how many episodes are there? Is it a lot?
It's like 3 seasons, but each season is like
Oh,
10
that
episodes
Evil.
or something.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
Evil.
maybe I'll
Yeah.
start it and then I'll tell you because if
You'll
I
like
watch
it.
one episode, I'll know.
You like
Okay.
demons and stuff. So.
I was
I
like,
do
yeah,
love
the Peacock Evil. Jack is in that, actually.
No. Cool. Okay. Well, there we have it. Everybody, have a great weekend. Happy New Year. I think we can say that for a few
Feliz
more
Dia
days.
de Reyes for those who celebrate.
Yes.
Yeah, happy Epiphany, y'all.
Cool. Flobo's at Flobo Boyce. Issa's at NYC Demon Diva. That's Diva with the one. I'm at Glenn Rubenstien. We'll get you back here next time on the Wrestling Inc. podcast. Take care.
Bye.